can't keep bailing out firms when they make bad investments in derivatives and spend billions and waste it, and then we bail them out. And now SVP has made bad tech investments. They've lost money. Now we're bailing out. You can't do that forever. Ultimately, people have to pay for that, and the debt keeps going up, inflation's going up, and you reach a point where you can't do it. And you just encourage more of this bad investment when you bail people out. It's called the moral hazard problem. It's exactly what we're doing when we keep bailing out. And again, we're not bailing out, small account people. They will be protected. They will be repaid. We're bailing out big tech companies with SVP, just like we bailed out big Wall Street firms before.
It's worse than that. It's bailing out wokeness specifically. Here's my belief. If you take a look at Silicon Valley Bank's mission statement stuff, boy, did they invest a lot in diversity, equity, inclusion, and access, they call it. DEIA. They put an extra A at the end of there. And apparently their chief risk officer was laid off, and they didn't refill the position, but they did hire an LGBTQ advocate for seminars. And so everyone's like, what was your priority? Why would that be a surprise to anybody that a Silicon Valley bank prioritized their religion over the function of their business? It's what they do, right? So here's what I think. I'm willing to bet that SVB started investing in companies based on wokeness and not merit. So they would go to a company and be like, okay, so you're a tech company. What do you do? We have an app. What does your app do? It's a texting app. How will it make money? We have a really diverse team of people who work here. Really? How much money do you need? 50 million? 50 million? And you said you preach diversity. That's right. Great. Here's the money.
Yeah, they'll be like, our app is so diverse, it lets black people find black businesses. It's the most racist app on the planet. No, it's for white people that can find white-owned business, like the most
That's
racist
actually what
crap.
they do.
It's not diverse in any way. It's segregative and racist.
It's like when they made Black Panther, they're like, this movie's very diverse. And it's like the cast was 95% black.
Oh my
It's
God.
like, that's not diversity.
Diversity will focus exclusively on one race of people.
But
what the hell?
Who in the audience would disagree with me? 1, if you disagree, 20, if you agree, that SVB was likely investing in companies based on diversity and not based on the function of their business.
They were pretty open about it. I haven't been able to look at the books, but they said as such on their website.
Yeah, they had an A rating with ESG score. Yeah. I'm going to tell you this. I don't want to give anybody advice, but I'm thinking about investing my money in stocks from companies that have the lowest possible ESG score.
Oh, yeah.
And getting all of my money out of anything with a high ESG score.
You sound like Vivek Ramaswamy.
Is that what he said?
I don't know if he said those exact words. That's what he's
just
all about, investing your money in non-ESG right now.
Well, I think that sounds right. If a company is focusing their efforts on environmental social governance, that is not a functioning business.
Everything that's if you're focusing on social issues, and right now, essentially what happens is ESG is social issues being shoved into businesses and bureaucracies and stuff like that. You see the social issues in schools and stuff, and that's part of why test scores go down every year. You spend more money every year, and test scores keep going down every year. It's essentially supplanting the purpose for every single thing that it touches. So if it's schools, it corrupts them, you stop churning out kids that know anything.
There's a comic from Stone Toss. I know the left really hates Stone Toss, but it's an advertising agency. And then the advertising guy he's got a burger restaurant clients, and he's like, here's our proposed ad campaign, and it's a white person and a black person making out. And then the guy's like, how is this going to sell cheeseburgers? And the guy goes, cheeseburgers? But that's a really good example of what this is.
The same reason why FTX failed, the crypto thing.
They were doing ESG stuff?
Yeah, obsessively ESG. Sam Bankman-Fried would talk about it.
I think there was more to it than that.
Look, man.
Yeah, he's a big into investing in climate change. There's video of him being like, we're going to fix the world with impact investment. He used different words, but that was the purpose.
No, Bitcoin's doing really well.
Spend your money on what they want.
There's an argument I've heard people people talking today that there are people that believe that this is actually going to be a decoupling event. So the reason that Bitcoin and the markets responded positively once Biden started talking, I guess, is because everyone essentially assumed, or the markets assumed, that there was going to be a slowing to the raising of interest rates. And so people are like, well, we can get cheap money or continue to invest in things and stuff.
You know, the biggest crime I'd see out of this whole thing with this SVB is the execs. 5 executives paid them. They sold stock within the 2 months leading up to the crumble for millions. I think every executive made over $1 million. The CEO making 2.3 million or something, roughly. Maybe somebody made under. And they also apparently paid out a big bonus to a bunch of employees on Friday, right before the announcement. That's a crime. That is absolutely that. Investigate those executives, take that money back, pay back the people that lost money with that. I mean, that is scandalous.